got a
All
dope
right.
setup, man.
Is
Thanks,
there
man.
a?
Yeah.
I hear a slight echo. Is that? I think that's coming from Chris's.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it?
How
Okay, I
about
don't hear it
now?
anymore.
No? I turned
No.
my headphones down a little bit.
All right,
Yeah, I
wait,
think
let
I
me.
could hear it through the headphones.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, this is my
Oh,
co-host, Wave. So, what's
Yeah.
up,
What's
Wave?
up?
Chris
what's up, my
Waves.
man?
So
Sorry.
Wave's a rapper. He's a Milwaukee Bucks ambassador. So he's like performed with them a lot. Done a lot of festivals this last year.
Sweet.
How long you been making Wave? You're going on like year 10 of making music. Year 15. How long you been making music? Wave just
Oh
turned
man.
30.
It's been a long
Why?
time. It's been a long, long, long time, man. I would yeah, officially, I would say officially 10 years because it's 2024. I started 2014. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he spent a
Dang.
couple years like he was on a major label like at 20, spent a couple years touring all over, went independent. Now we're back, baby. Right, Wave. We were just in New
Yeah,
York. I
yeah,
manage
man.
him too. So we also co-host. We were just in New York doing some cool stuff. But he's been hosting the show with me for probably like how long you been doing it officially with me, Wave?
Man, you giving me dates, bro. I don't know, man. But you gotta add the fact
Yeah.
that I'm the coolest Star Wars connoisseur of all time, bro. You didn't even list the coolest part, bro.
Oh, he's the biggest Star Wars fan, biggest Star Wars nerd ever. So what's new with you, Chris Evers? I see you've been playing a lot of shows, getting that bag. That's cool.
Yeah, that's been the majority of it for sure. Yeah. A lot of shows. But I built this, I don't know, when was I on?
It was right after you did Rutabaga Festival in Cumberland. So you didn't do it last year, but I think you did it the year before, like
Yeah, so
2022.
yeah, so I don't know if I think I was just finishing this. I built this studio. And so like now I've been recording like crazy. So I got a bunch of music coming out this year.
Yeah,
Look,
cool. We'll
look.
be sure to let you plug all that while we're
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, so I don't know, trying to write, record. It's tough to I don't know if you feel this wave, but like when you're in like the busy season, like playing shows all the time, festival after festival, like Monday rolls around and you don't even want to think about music.
I listen, I be telling Kyle and I be telling all my guys this all the time. It's like, bro, you do so many shows. And like once you get off that tail end, like maybe you got like a week between the next show, you're just like, I don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And Wave has a 2-year-old. I know you got two
Oh,
kids too, so
nice.
that's another
Yeah.
bunch of work to do.
It is. It sure it changes things for sure. I mean, it's all good, but I mean it's just it's a whole nother workload.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I tell everybody it's like we're like Batman, and like when you get with the kids, it's like taking the bat suit off, hanging the cape up, and now you're Bruce Wayne, your dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, man, it's an interesting dynamic, but I know you can attest to it, man. We kill it, right? We're doing it.
Yeah. So I've got a 7-year-old and a 14-year-old. So I mean it's like
Yeah.
Ooh.
yeah.
Chris got started young.
Yeah.
Feel that, man. Ooh, I already know once the teens come. Oh,
Yeah, I
Yep.
feel like I was I feel like I was like at my what age do you guys think you were like your ultimate like asshole kid age? I feel like um damn, I think middle school. I feel like I was a dick like sixth, seventh grade. I don't know.
dang,
I think
Kyle.
I
Ooh,
I think
started
it was
17.
like probably like 8th grade through senior year for me. I'm sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me it was like maybe like freshman year through the rest. Like I was in full menace mode. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
actually, no, I take that. I take that back. I say eighth grade because I remember I put a thumbtack in my teacher's chair, and like that was like super diabolical. Like sit down
that's
and like
mean, bro.
poke the
Yeah.
shit.
We did some stuff in high school, I'll tell you off the air.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
different kind
sure.
of menace. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I like fucked around in class through high school, but I mean, I didn't do anything diabolical. I think
I
you
just
can get
kind of
away. You gotta
like my
get
soft
away with a lot if the teachers like you.
I think it was like my sophomore year I quit going to class. Like I would still go to school, but I just
Yeah.
wouldn't go to class cuz I was like I mean especially like once I hit midterms my sophomore year. It
Mhm.
happened from sophomore year and then on, but I mean I'd hit midterms and I'd have like almost a 0 in the class.
Oh
And so then
man.
but then like in my brain I was like so even if I get 100%, for the rest of the year, I'm still going to fail. So there's no point in going anymore.
Yeah.
So I was doing music. I mean, I was playing in the bars when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I feel that, bro. I can relate.
Yeah.
I got broken up with my junior year, so I never went to prom. And I had this girlfriend all the whole year, and she was like looking forward to prom and all this stuff. Her parents spending mad money on dresses and all this stuff. And I was like, I was kind of hesitant. I had a show though. I had my first out of town show, and it landed on prom night. It was in Chicago, and I was like, I had to tell her. I was like, listen, I'm not going. I'm like, if you want to go with somebody else, I wouldn't even be mad at you. She just cried, broke up with me, the whole nine. So I feel you though. Like that's dope. Being able to, kind of pursue being an artist all through high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I was excited to get you two together, because you both started your musical journey young, and I think regardless, there's just a lot of similarities. I feel like there's some similarities in terms of rap and country. Would you say they're both historically disrespected genres?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm gonna apologize. I don't know a whole lot about rap.
Yeah,
he doesn't know a whole lot about country,
and I don't know a whole bunch about
Yeah.
country. But I can agree to this. I will say this. I do feel like they're both. At one point, they both were looked at as niche. You know what I mean? Not like the common type of music. They both were like niche in their respective areas. Yeah. But now, fast forward to now, they're super popular. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's an extremely popular genres, both of them. You know what I mean? You got NBA players that love, that are bumping country or hip hop, and then you got pop stars in general that want to jump into both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
right, yeah. And Alan Jackson put out a song in the '90s called "Gone Country," and like that's like epitomizes exactly what's going on today. It's country's hot, so everybody's country.
Yeah, and it's kind of like even like the top 40 music. Like not too long ago, it was like a ton of rap. Now it's like a ton of country. Like I know it's cyclical.
Like two guys. Like two guys in country.
Two guys in country. Luke Combs. Yeah. Well, you're gonna get up there eventually, Chris. What do you think?
We'll see, man. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing because.
And also the other similarities. So it's both genres where authenticity is respected, and being fake is completely looked down on. And because like you don't like in country, you got these people singing about acting like they're country, but they're not actually about that life.
I've got stories for days.
Yes. And in rap, you got a different kind of pretending you're about that life, which is a little bit more dangerous than pretending like your country.
Yeah, for sure. No, it goes both ways, man. I can definitely see. And again, you gotta educate me, but I can totally see people, dressing the part, pulling up with the guitar, and straight up faking the funk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hunt. Yeah, I grew up fishing. Yeah, I like going mudding, like all that stuff. Obviously, you can tell Chris isn't faking it. He still lives in the town he grew up on. Obviously, probably in a slightly nicer house now.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like the fake stuff really drives me nuts. I'm not going to say any names here, but this last summer we did a big festival, huge, famous national headliner we opened for, and like his band sound checked early, like they did all that. He was nowhere in sight, and that's pretty normal at that top level. They don't show up to sound check, but he got on stage and started talking about like how he loved driving up through Wisconsin, and it's such a beautiful state. Oh, I'm so lucky to get to see all of it. Like we watched him fly in 15 minutes before he played. Yeah. And I'm like, come on, like why not just be genuine and just say, unfortunately I had prior obligations and I wasn't able to ride up here with the band. I had to fly in, but next time I'm hoping I get to see more of the state. Just be real about it.
Scale might be like, I got to be honest with y'all. I'm just here for a check. So I'm just going to go into the next song.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, man. No, it's interesting. So I want to ask you, how did you well, it's the typical, but I love origin stories. So, kind of tell me how you got into music in general. And
also at some point I should probably like say, hey, this is Chris Kroeze. Welcome to the show. Hey, all right, thanks. Chris Kroeze, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
We're here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give him the official intro.
I actually did write a couple good ones. It's
nice.
It's a funny one.
Let's hear them. Let's hear all of them, and then we'll
run them
off. All right. We have a very, very special guest today. He's a country music singer. He's the pride and joy of Barron, Wisconsin. He was the 2018 runner-up on NBC's hit show The Voice. And last but not least, he is now the official country music correspondent for the show on Riverwest Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kroeze.
Ooh.
I like that one. That's
yeah.
going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, congratulations on getting the correspondent role, man. It must feel good taking first place finally.
It does. Yeah, no, I don't come in second anymore. Unless Wave goes country, then I'm gonna have that second place spot again.
Nah, listen.
Oh man, we were talking before the show. We were talking collab. He was checking out your guitar skills. He's like, man. I'm like, yeah, wait, we should go up. We should go and hang on his farm.
You need guitar on a track. I'm your guy.
This guy is a guitar savant. This guy's good.
I was gonna say one thing I do know is that rap and guitar go very well together. That's
guitar goes good on everything.
I've been noticing that just watching all these different content creators, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I notice a lot that's very popular is there'll be like a guy with the guitar and then he does a whole nother style of music, but then they combine with like an artist, like a rapper or something like that, and it's just really, really good every time. So
yeah,
man, you know.
I'm always up for that.
Yeah, I think you guys would sound good together, but hard-hitting question right off the bat. If the Illuminati came up to you and said that they could make you as big of a star as Jelly Roll, but in return you literally have to be as big as Jelly Roll, like, do you take that deal?
I'm gonna stay home.
All right. So Wave, I don't know if you've seen Jelly Roll. He's like the 600-pound dude that has like
he used to rap.
Yeah, he's he's super good. But I think the weight thing, that's a bit concerning. I don't know how long you can be that heavy as you age.
I mean, his name is Jelly Roll for a reason.
Yeah. Well, like Big Pun in rap. He was a well-known rapper in the 90s that ate himself to death, like 600 crazy weight. So, but I know Jelly Roll's like taking care of himself. That's not all the way true.
He didn't eat himself to death. He kind of passed away because of drugs, but that's another discussion.
Also, you probably can't be fat and doing drugs. I saw Chris Farley, like a documentary on Chris Farley, and basically his friends were telling him, Chris, you can't be fat and do drugs.
Yeah.
Like that's not you're not gonna last with that combo.
Yeah, and it didn't work out too good.
It didn't, but we're still quoting his movies, so
I know. I've watched I'm obsessed with that guy.
Yeah. So how have you been? I mean, we were talking a little earlier. You've been staying busy, tons of shows on your Instagram. Those crowds look like they keep getting bigger and bigger. So congratulations on that.
It's been really good. You know, we're still getting, a lot of the big festivals and stuff. Trying to branch out and do more. I feel like we have like the best connection with people when it's I love playing with a band, but these acoustic shows, it's just me and a guitar, me and another guy and a guitar, real simple, small theaters, like 300, 400 seat rooms. If we can fill those rooms, I feel like we can connect with people so good on that level that like that's where I'm seeing like the biggest growth, I guess, right now. Anyway, that's been the focus anyway.
Right. Wave, you've I guess over the last 6 months or so, you've started to implement like a band more and more into your live act or full band shows versus also still doing like the solo shows, just you and your DJ. I guess, do you have a preference as far as the connecting to the crowd? What do you think works better for you?
I think I don't know if one is better than the other. I think it all just depends on what type of painting I'm trying to paint in front of the people. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's kind of a festival vibe, maybe I bring in the band. I like to bring in a band because I like for it to feel like more of a production. But sometimes that straight up hip hop vibe is necessary just to get like the raw essence of like just, you got the MC, you got the one mic and the DJ, you know what I mean? It gives you like a certain vibe. So I think it just depends on what kind of show we're doing, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I could see that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes we'll do these shows where it's like maybe 150 capacity in this like kind of, grungy type of venue. And you want that, like, I always say it's the 8 Mile vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When Eminem is on stage and he's got the hand, it's just super hip hop. You know what I mean? Versus where if we're outside, you got the clouds, you got the big stage, the speakers and all that. You want the band up there for the whole like production. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta say when I went to UW Eau Claire, went to Country Fest a lot, been to Hodag multiple times, which you're gonna be at. Congratulations.
Yeah, this can be
I mean,
fun.
I love the country music, outdoor summer, drink it all day festival type of vibe. I think that's country music in the sunlight, good combo.
And
Wait,
Hodag is like its own animal.
Yeah.
Like
where's that
it's
at?
in
Put us on.
Rhinelander.
So that's like an hour east of where I grew up. But
Let's go.
it's northern. Yeah, should we go hang out with Chris Kroeze? Party with Chris
Yeah,
Kroeze?
bro.
It's a
Yeah.
crazy.
It's nuts.
It's a country music festival that's been around since like shit the 70s. Like a bunch of huge country music singers went through there like early on in their career, like Garth Brooks, played there, Alan Jackson. But it's like legendary. And the Hodag is this mythical beast that supposedly it's well, some dude like made it up. It's bullshit. It's like an urban legend, like a giant like lizard dragon thing, and they have a whole that's their the schools are called the Hodags. Like they have a giant sculpture of this thing outside Rhinelander. We'll have to put it in there. But no, congratulations on that. I saw that on your schedule coming
Yeah.
up.
Thank you. That's a fun one. We've done it once before, and it's crazy. I mean, there was a lot of I had like the 3 o'clock in the afternoon slot, at the festival, and which is probably what we have again this year. But like even at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there was 10,000 people out there.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. I mean, when Darius Rucker headlined the last time I was there, it was 25,000 people, at the end of
Yeah.
the night, which is just crazy. But yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah. So as an artist, like what's your approach to doing these like, these big festivals? You know what I'm saying? Is it like is it any different than when you're doing like maybe just a solo show versus
Oh
like
yeah.
a lineup?
Yeah, way different. I mean, for me, like if we've got 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we've got to grab these people's attention if they're going to pay attention at all. And so, I
Right.
mean, we try to, a lot of times we might get a 60-minute slot.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we're like for 60 minutes, I mean, it's one song into the next. I mean, for 60 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel that. Just
Yeah.
running off the joints, running off the
Yep.
joint.
Yep.
What-
Talking while the drums are starting the song,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
What's
that's
what's the in your opinion, what's the last bad show you played?
Oh boy.
He's like, oh man.
Bad show. Like bad show, like it was a rough crowd or like just like
Yeah, I guess in your definition of a bad show might be different than it's usually the crowd plays a big part in if a
Yeah.
show is bad or not. But I guess do any come to mind?
Yeah, I don't really want to say their
Oh.
names of them because
You want to
they
get booked
probably-
again?
yeah. So I mean, it's like a lot of times, like some corporate stuff is really fun and some corporate stuff is not fun at all. And
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
you can do anything in your power, throw we always call it like the low hanging fruit,
All
the
the
stuff that's
covers.
absolutely, and like just nothing works. Like no, they could care less if I'm playing on stage or if there's a jukebox or whatever. And it's like, all right, I'll take your money and leave, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like I mean a check is nice no matter what. But as a musician, is that like you just feel like your soul dying with every song?
100%. Yeah, I mean, they're always like a lot of musicians that I know, like we always call them like it's the soul sucking paycheck.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You just
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that also a lot of times those pay for recording new music and
Right.
doing everything.
Yeah. It's a nice position to be in, to be offered those opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say usually when I have shows like that, dude, I turn it into just this experiment session. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what? Cue that joint up that I've never performed before. You know what I mean? Like, let's
Yep.
just this works. And then like I'll put the phone up somewhere and just get some content. You know what I mean? Just because
Yeah.
I'm up here, so I might as well just entertain myself, if anything.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. If you look like you're having fun, at least, and maybe someone else will join in.
At least like one person might notice.
Yeah. Can you hear my dogs barking out there right now?
No. How many dogs you got?
Just 2, but there's someone that's out here plowing my driveway. I don't know. Did you guys get a bunch of snow?
We're in Milwaukee. I know my parents live in Phillips. I think you know where that is. So
Yeah.
they got a ton, like 10 inches.
Yeah, we
Sunday
got
or Monday.
We got over a foot over the weekend here.
We got some, but it's all gone again now. So I'm looking at green grass and blue skies, but it's windy.
I'm jealous.
Bro, if I see another flake of snow, I promise you, I'm going to pack it up. I can't do it. It's May. I'm like, the other day I was like, yo, it's May, but it's starting to look a lot like Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like more so than
Man,
December.
it's only April. Wave, you must be too tired from these
Not
shows.
even April. It's March yet.
Oh, we're all yeah. We got a couple more days.
Oh, March. Not I was thinking the other M month. It's March.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
March
But
now. Yeah,
the snow got me messed up, man. It's got
Yeah.
me brain wired.
Well, we had like this winter was awesome up here.
yeah.
We had like no snow at all.
So you
I
don't like
mean,
the snow?
I love snowmobiling and stuff and ice fishing and whatnot, but I mean, I'm not. I don't know. Like, yeah, there's fun stuff to do in the snow, but I'm not gonna be mad if we don't get it.
Right.
Like, I had green grass most of the winter. Like, I've golfed 4 times locally already this year.
Yeah. Oh
That's
man,
good.
that's fine.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
up there. He's up there too. So he's like probably 4.5 hours northwest of where we are, Waves,
Yeah.
Milwaukee. So
Yep.
Word. Yeah, I'm totally listen. I'm still new. I'm getting hip to all of like the outskirts of
Milwaukee,
Wisconsin. You know what I mean,
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
everything that's not Milwaukee, I'm still getting hip. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
um, I think the furthest I had been is like Appleton and Fond du Lac. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah,
Um, but we drove to Minnesota and like,
yeah.
Kyle was like,
We went through like Eau Claire on
Oh
94.
yeah.
So I told him
All
that's
right.
where I went to college. Obviously, you do a lot of stuff in Eau Claire.
Yeah. So you guys, if you drove 94 to Eau Claire, you're 50 minutes from my place.
Yeah,
got you.
Yeah. I'm only like maybe an hour and 40 minutes from Minneapolis.
yeah,
Word. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That makes sense. So you're
Yeah.
up
yeah.
north.
So
Yeah.
Chris was you went to school in Nashville or you moved down to Nashville
No,
for a
I
while?
never lived in
Recorded
Nashville. I
recorded
recorded in
in
Nashville.
Nashville a
Yeah.
lot. Played in
I still
Nashville a
do.
lot.
Yep. I spend a
That's,
decent amount of time there. Yeah. I never
I went
lived there though. And I don't really have any interest in ever living there.
yeah.
Yeah. I went to school at University of Memphis. So I spent some
Ah,
time in Nashville a lot too. Like anytime we'd have like a weekend off or something, we'll go kick it in Nashville. There's tons of music stuff there. So
oh yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Memphis too.
Oh yeah.
Memphis is a really cool town.
Oh, for sure, bro. It's really dope. It reminds me of Milwaukee, but it's way more music oriented than
Yeah.
Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Like they
I
got the
honestly, I'm born and raised in Wisconsin and lived here my whole life, pretty much. I mean, I lived for a few years. I lived out in Minneapolis, but um,
yeah.
And LA
I
when you were on
I've
The
only,
Voice.
yeah, I've only been to Milwaukee, man, a couple of times.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah,
Bucks games?
nope, never went to a Bucks game. I've been to a Brewers game,
Got
and
you.
then the Summerfest, and then I played one little venue in town there. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah,
I
I
would
don't know what it was called.
yeah, I would say I mean as far as country acts that come through, it's really just like the big name ones that play in Milwaukee. I would say Milwaukee's like the biggest country town. But I mean there's some country bars where some good like local bands playing stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think Zach Bryan was just here, or Zach Brown maybe one of the two. They both played shows recently. So
yeah. Zach Bryan's like huge.
yeah,
Big deal.
Like a cult following, dude. Have you ever looked
yeah,
at videos from his concerts? I mean, literally every single song is a sing along, every word of it, with
yeah.
everybody in the room. It's crazy.
That's power right there.
Yeah.
I gotta check him out. I gotta check
I mean,
him out.
he's
I'm
got a
putting it
gang.
on.
He's got a gang of crazy female fans like
Yeah.
posting about him online about, oh my god, he's a like basically airing out all of his dirty laundry as he goes from city to city.
So would you say he's like the Drake of the genre?
I would say so.
Maybe. Yeah.
He's definitely like the lady's choice right now. I would say. What would you think?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you? I mean, what would you prefer? Because I mean, if you got a legion of crazy female fans, I mean, I guess that's probably cool for a while. I mean, would you be concerned if you looked out in the crowd and your fans all of a sudden it was just all girls? Like, what's gonna happen to me? Am I about to get attacked?
No. No, I mean if you're at Zach Bryan level, you've got a good wall between you and anybody else. So I mean,
Yeah.
you just leave stage and get on your bus or your
Run
plane
away.
and get going.
What's
Look,
your
I
How would
was
you?
told that having the female fan base is probably the best thing you could do, man. You
That's
got if you got the ladies, you got the guys.
Yeah.
true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
What would you how would you describe your crowds? I'm sure you get the chance to talk to people. There's a lot of people following your story
Yeah.
here, especially around Wisconsin. They know who you are, but You got a lot of support, I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's all across the board, man. I mean, we got people coming that are in high school, and we got people coming that are freaking 70 something years old.
Yeah,
It's it's kind of all over the place.
sure.
Yeah.
How
No, that's
about you?
dope.
Yeah, and you said you're working on some new music. What I guess what's your drop time looking like these next couple months?
I've got one coming out Friday this week.
What's that one called?
It's actually it's a Taylor Swift cover.
Oh, you had posted that.
Yeah, but it's I actually recorded it here in my studio, and it's just acoustic guitar and like a fiddle. But I had recorded 4 parts for the fiddle, so it's like a string section, and then just vocals, harmonies, and turned out really super cool. I'm excited to get it out. It's called Lover. It's
Nice.
like
Dope.
it's very different than Taylor Swift's version, but
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
That's fire. Now, Chris, are you independent?
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So I want to ask, I think this is always dope to ask, especially as I'm independent as well. And in this I guess this era of like independent artists, you know what I mean? What's your approach to dropping music? You know what I mean? Like do you followed up with a bunch of content? Do you just post on your socials? Like what's your approach? Because I feel like everybody
Yeah.
now is looking for the new what the I guess template is to
And
release.
and I would
I
say over the
will.
last two
Yeah.
years or following you, like I feel like your social media game has gone up, like your Instagram game. I feel like the content,
Yeah.
like everything. I know it's a huge part of like getting your music out there, obviously.
Right. Yeah, and I've just been shooting like reels and stuff, like I don't know, little snippets of songs, and once in a while something stupid, funny to put out there. And
Mhm.
as far as like a plan for like release stuff, man, I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea. Like we're
None?
just trying. No, we're just like I don't know, just posting content about it. Like I don't know how else to, just
Yeah.
these are the avenues that I have. I'm gonna post about it a bunch, and hopefully it'll take off. I mean, I use a company called Smith Music Group out of Texas for all my distribution stuff, and
Mhm.
like they put the song out for like playlisting and whatnot, but I've never really seen anything happen with that. One
Yeah.
time I got on like I can't remember what it was, like New Music Nashville or something, and got a
Mm.
bunch of streams off of that, and then like out of nowhere I've got a song on Spotify that I put out like 4 years ago or 5 years ago that just in the last year did 300,000 streams in Oslo, Norway for no
Yeah.
for like I don't have a clue why. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting in that way, especially again as independent artists, we're basically our own labels, right? So we have to get all
Right.
the data and do all the research ourselves. And what I've noticed is like Spotify is kind of like Instagram, where it's like an algorithm. It's a very algorithm based situation.
Yeah.
And like you said, you could have these songs that may have dropped, a month ago, finally hit somewhere, and then it just picks up all this steam and it's being introduced. Like they'll literally show it to people on their own, Spotify's and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's definitely weird. It's weird like that, bro.
I can't seem to figure it out. And I can't seem to figure out like these Instagram reels. Like we
Mhm.
did just for a test earlier this week. I deleted one of them because it obviously like we did 2 posts, the
Mhm.
same exact post. The
Yep.
same time of day, 2 days in a row. One
Yep.
of them got like 1,400 likes over or 1,400 views overnight, and one of
Mhm.
them got like 35,000 views overnight.
Yeah.
It
Which
makes
one did you
no
keep?
sense. Yeah, the
Let me
1,400 for sure. Yeah.
I want to ask this because this is a good, like, I feel like whoever's listening, if there's like independent artists listening, they like they need to hear this type of stuff. So what did you play around with, like the font and stuff, or it
Yeah.
was like the exact
No,
same?
these were the exact same.
Same reels.
That's crazy
Like
because
the
I'm
same file.
yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah.
crazy, bro. But you know
Yeah.
what it is? I think one thing I've been noticing too is like depending on how you shoot it, if you shoot content with an iPhone versus a DJI camera or something like that,
Yep.
they definitely reward camera quality.
Yep.
Yep.
And then also the type of font that you use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy like that though. It could be it's very tedious, and depending on what it is, it'll just
This thing has been like a game changer for me.
that's the
This little
DJI, right? The
Yeah, I've
handheld.
got
Yeah.
yep.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Are
I
you
was literally,
are you
mhm.
a Quick Trip ambassador too?
Yeah.
Our
Yes,
friend,
sir.
our friend Parker, he's from Milwaukee. His band or his musical act is called Social Sig. So he is Social Sig, but and he has a band with him too. But he recently became a Quick Trip ambassador,
Nice.
so which is he's very very proud to be. So how about
Yeah.
that? How did you get the Quick Trip ambassadorship?
Ah, man, I don't even remember how that came out, but I've been doing that for like 5 years.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Oh,
yeah, I was one of their first ones.
nice.
Um,
The
yeah,
OG.
yeah, the OG. Probably like one of their lowest paid ones now. But
hey,
You should
no,
negotiate a
it's
raise.
been they're honestly like they are super easy to work with. Super nice. They kind of let you do whatever you want, if there's anything like the only thing I've ever had like censored or whatever was they had us do like this compilation video with all the influencers or whatever.
mhm.
And we all had to like they wanted like something like a memory of Quick Trip or something. And like mine was I was sitting in my truck and I was like, my first child was actually conceived in a Quick Trip bathroom. And they were like, yeah,
Oh,
we can't say that. And I'm like,
That would have
that's
been funny.
funny though.
that's hilarious.
I
Yeah,
would have been
that's
like,
good.
I would have been like, I'm gonna follow this guy. Like, who's this Chris Kroeze dude? He sounds
Yeah,
funny. He's a savage.
I know. And I always wanted to go and like because I've got like this DJI came with a couple of wireless mics, so you can
Mhm,
like it's super easy to use and awesome audio quality. And so I
mhm.
thought it'd be really funny to go around like a Quick Trip and interview people and ask them like what their favorite thing about Quick Trip is, but then like bleep out words and make it sound like they're dropping the F bomb or something, even though they're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
I
Like,
mean, I think these are all really good ideas, honestly.
yeah. I was gonna say that's amazing
Funny.
content.
yeah,
I was gonna say you posted like some skits that
yeah.
you and your friends have made. I think you're pretty funny. I think you had natural delivery. You're like a pro.
See, what I need to do, I need to step my game up on that stuff though, because all those things, like they're funny, but I think they could be so much funnier if we weren't like worried about being like all ages friendly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Because that's not at all how my brain works. Like I have to censor myself all the time.
Yeah.
Is that on purpose, or is it just naturally you kind of wanna be able to market to all,
I
all
kind of want to, yeah, I want to be able to market to everybody, but at the same time, like if you don't
Sometimes you
want
want
your
to say the
kids
F word.
hearing, well, right, and like if you don't want your kids hearing that, then maybe your kids shouldn't be on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel you. Like, so because I'm in an interesting space because I do a lot of ambassador work with I have my son, so I work with there's a company called Mighty Small Moments, right? That I do ambassador work for. So I post content for them sometimes, but then also like I'm
He's
like,
a
yo,
rapper.
I'm a rapper. Like sometimes I want to just be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's like,
I
I
have more.
feel
I mean, yeah, that's tough too. And Wave, I know you told me that bore, Wave, where he's in this because he's also like a Milwaukee Bucks ambassador, where he
yeah,
has performed at Fiserv Forum and goes out and like appears at events on their behalf. And these mighty small moments where it's like a family, like a family oriented group that he's like done hosted events for, done appearances for, but he's also like a rapper. So yeah, it's got to be can't be too dirty on social
you
media,
gotta
I
right.
walk,
guess.
you gotta walk the fence.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
But yeah, I guess with
That's
you,
like, yeah,
yeah, it's a little different because yeah, country is very much all ages.
yeah, and like I used to, like I gotta be really careful. Like I'll never like go and like drink at a bar in public or anything because once I catch a buzz or whatever, like there is no filter, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
get myself in trouble, and like,
yeah.
it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel that, man.
Are you talking like even? I mean, I don't know how much partying you're doing in Barron, Wisconsin.
I'm not doing any right now. I don't hardly drink anymore. So
And you
yeah.
done? You retired?
Oh, I've done enough. Yeah.
I want to ask you, so throughout your career, do you have any favorite moments that stand out to you along like your whole journey so far? Is there anything that you think back and like, man, this was epic. Like this was a moment.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a couple of them. So I played a festival in Minnesota, like I think it was 4 years ago, 5 years
mm,
ago, and
mm,
we opened up for a guy named Phil Vassar. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but he's
Legendary
yeah,
country singer Wave.
yep.
mhm,
And not only a country singer, he's written, he's a big writer. He's a bigger writer than he is an artist. So he's written, I think he's had 2 number ones of his own, like as an artist, but he's written 22 number ones.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So he's getting paid.
Oh yeah. And so we opened up for him, and like he stood side stage and watched our show, which is pretty rare for like the headliner to do that. And after the show, like he came up to me, asked for my phone number, gave me his phone number, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" Like that was a really nice fake gesture for him to do that, you know. and then
like this number is not even real, but thanks.
Right?
Joe.
Yeah, 555. No, like a couple months later, like my phone rings and it's him calling.
Like, why don't you
saying,
ever call
hey,
me, Chris?
Hey man, let's write some songs. And so I flew to Nashville, went to his house, and wrote some songs. Like that was pretty cool.
How was his house? Pretty nice.
Yeah, it was okay. It was like huge, massive. I'm sure worth $14 bajillion. I don't know. Super nice, but like the nicest guy in the world. Like, why? Like, he could go write songs with anybody in the world.
Because you're talented, Chris. He saw you perform. He's like, this guy's got it.
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe.
Yeah. Ah, man, that's dope. It definitely is. And you know what it is? You know, it's crazy. It's always those. It's not. I don't want to say always, but a lot of times it's those people that are like super, super, super accomplished that just love it so much that they're willing to work with just talented people that they come across.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was super cool.
Because they're outside of it's almost like they're no longer in competitor mode where it's like, it's okay if someone to like help someone get a boost versus I guess if you're at the same level or a little above someone. I don't know if there's gatekeeping in country music, Chris, in your experience.
I think there is. I don't understand it really because it's not like if another country artist that's like similar level to me does well, that's not going to hurt me in any way.
No one's going to be like, oh, I forgot about Chris Kroeze now. I can't listen to Chris Kroeze anymore.
No.
Yeah. Nah, man.
So,
that's dope. I think I would say I've had a similar experience, not with a rapper, but I never forget Erykah Badu. I performed at South by Southwest, and it was the same stage. It was a stage that her and Nas were headlining, and I opened like super early.
And Chris, if you don't know, so Nas, big name, huge rapper.
I know that name. That one I know.
Okay, Erykah Badu, another got her start in the '90s, like an R&B, like
you've probably heard Call Tyrone. I said you better call Tyrone. All right, so
or maybe
I perform, and then as soon as I get off the stage, she's in that like the middle way or whatever, and no, she don't need to speak to me. You know what I mean? Like this is like top level performer, artist, whatever. And she stopped me and she's like, that was dope. She was like, that was dope. Like you did that, gave me a pound, and then pulled me in, like gave me a hug and just sat there and spoke with me. And I was like,
while she was hugging you?
Yeah, just sat there, arm around
me. Maybe she wanted to take you back to her trailer.
No. That's kind of crazy. But actually it's not. Erykah Badu is fine as hell. You know what I'm saying? But just to your point, you know what I mean? Like you get these super accomplished people that just, they just bring you in for no reason. Like these people don't have to talk to you.
No, super cool.
No, that's dope though. I'm happy to hear that for you, bro. Hope you get a lot more moments like that, man. Because as artists, for us, I feel like it's all about the moments. You know what I mean? As we go through our journey, you know what I mean? You have these like epic moments. You just collect them, and you just keep it moving.
Yeah. And the only other like really cool moment I had is we were backstage at Country Jam in Eau Claire, and we had just played, and like Hardy was playing that night, and Hardy was like standing outside of his bus, like we were throwing bags in between the buses because like we were there all day, and Hardy like steps off his bus and he's like right in my way, and he's like doing a meet and greet with the owners of Country Jam, and I'm like, all right, well, can we keep playing or what?
Yeah.
Obviously he didn't give a shit who I was or whatever, but he was just like doing his like just obligatory meet and greet with the owners of the venue, But I don't know.
That's just fire though.
Yeah, there's a video of it somewhere. I'll post it on my story or something. It's I'm like throwing bags and Hardy's in the background. We're just kind of sitting there like, geez, can't even get a game going here. In the way.
Do you so as you do more and more festivals, just touching back on like the gatekeeping, what do you feel like? Is there some like bad energy sometimes you in between acts or people you bet with over the year or played shows with?
I don't know. Like, it's hard to say like what the energy is because I don't know their backstory. You know, like
Right.
I don't know what causes them to have the like regulations that they do. Because there's some artists like big artists that.
You can't
So
even talk
I
to.
guess I'll go backwards. Yeah, some festivals you open and there's a huge headliner and they're just kind of walking around doing their thing and like they don't
Right.
really care. They're playing later, like they're just there. And then
Hanging out.
there's some that like literally build a fence around their bus and like
Like the bus isn't
they
enough. We need a fence around the bus
yeah
too.
yeah because they want to be able to sit outside, but they don't want to be around other people because other people aren't them. But
That's
yeah, but I mean, and then they like security will come through and like everybody out of backstage. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a performer. No one back here but the band. And I'm like, okay, like,
yeah.
but I don't know why. I mean, maybe they have a good reason for that. But like Travis Tritt, I've seen him and I love his stuff. Like I love his music. He's a great performer. But they pushed him onto the stage in like a road case, so no one
Yeah.
would see him. And I'm like,
That's wild.
you can't just walk up the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've seen one so bad, dude. Dang, who was it? I think wasn't DJ Khaled. It was either DJ Khaled or Rick Ross. I know he was in Miami, and the man had the people carry him, like had his guys lift his legs up, grab his arms, he lay back, and mind you, this is a big dude. You know what I
Yeah, they're
mean?
both
They're
big
like
dudes.
they're like carrying him
Like he's a king.
through the back way.
That's
I'm like,
wild.
I was like, yo, this is the most. This is some. This is
Maybe they're
crazy.
just tired. You said they're big guys.
I
Even
think I think that is a product of they've got so much money that they can make their friends or employees do whatever they want.
They're just like testing him at that point.
Yeah,
I'm,
like how
I'm
much
like,
can we get
yo,
away with?
I'm like, yo, I don't care how successful I get. I'm
You
not
got
gonna
two
have.
legs. You're gonna use
I'm
them.
not gonna have these four grown men. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Four grown
Get to
ass
the
dudes
stage and he's
carrying
like,
you.
"Oh, I forgot my phone. We got to go back."
Yeah,
Carry me.
take
And he
me
just like
back.
plops down, pick me up.
That was the funniest part when he laid his arms back like this. He's like over there.
That's crazy.
Carry
Yo,
me.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
Maybe
playing
it reminds him of his childhood, mom carrying him to bed.
yeah,
for sure.
maybe.
Sure.
Have you played added any wild covers to your set lately?
Mm.
I know you be posting covers on your Instagram, a lot of good ones. I love the Toby Keith one that I shared
Oh, thanks.
today,
Yeah.
the Toby Keith tribute. But what about in the live set? I mean, you rock. I mean, you know how to play guitar, like you shred. You've released some like covers of your rock and roll
Yeah.
songs on good ones. I think you got a Sweet Home Alabama cover that I like.
Yeah, I did that when I was in LA. I haven't played that in a long time.
It's a
Yeah.
classic.
It's a classic for sure. I mean, I don't know, my shows like especially like my solo shows, I don't even bring a set list on stage. Like I'm
Yeah.
just kind of pulling off the cuff, doing whatever.
That's hard. That's
Yeah.
fire. That's fire. I've
Yeah.
never. I couldn't. My anxiety would be nuts. I went on stage without a set list. I'd be like, all right, and what's
Like
next?
you got too many songs then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, cuz like there's such a variety of people at my shows usually. So I mean, it's like, man, what I'll usually test it out. I'll play a lot of originals usually like early in the set, and then if it turns into a party, then we'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
What's your? Dang, I literally just had the question, and that joint just. But I got
I'm
it.
sure it was a good one. You'll catch it.
This is the audible right here. What's like your favorite song you've covered or that yeah, what's the favorite song you've covered?
Man, that's a tough one. It's usually like that changes so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I just did a Cody Johnson cover, and like I don't know
Mhm.
if you're familiar with Cody Johnson much.
I am.
He's-
Wave's probably not.
Listen,
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm about to do is when we put this out, I'm gonna go right back through and each name drop. I'm gonna just write it down.
Oh,
And
I
I'm
can
gonna go,
tell you. Phil Vassar, I can send you. Phil Vassar has some good songs on his own, and he's written
yeah,
some good ones. But
Yeah.
Cody Johnson, same.
But Cody Johnson is like his records sound great. Like he sounds awesome. They play it on the radio. It sounds great. But
Mhm.
we opened up for him at a festival last summer.
Mhm.
He is probably the best live singer I've ever heard.
Nice.
Crazy.
Like unbelievable. And you could tell it was live. Like it was
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, like, man, I don't know if I should practice or quit because that guy is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like, I guess that's the biggest thing that I look for in artists. Like if they sound awesome live and
Mhm.
it's not, I've seen some performers live too where I've stood at front of house at the board and there's literally 2 tracks next to each other labeled. One's
Mhm.
live vocal and one's track vocal.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're
You know,
mixing it.
and
Yeah.
and they're like using the track vocal 90% of the time and then when they talk they're turning the live vocal up and then yeah,
Mhm.
it's I don't like that.
Oh.
I've seen that a lot too. I mean, let me not say hate. Hate is a very strong word. I don't like when people do that, especially in rap, because it's like, bro, if I wanted that, I would just go listen to your song. I'll go listen
Yeah.
to the MP3.
I mean,
You know?
especially in rap when it's literally just, the rapper and the DJ, and the rapper is like, yeah, mostly just like playing the actual track and not actually rapping. It's like, yeah, that is basically like listening to the CD at that point.
I've seen a rapper, and I'm obviously I'm not gonna say no names, but
Right.
literally gets on stage, shades, chain on, got on stage. He was doing this with his arm, like he was like acting like he was, you know what I mean? But literally just like lip syncing, basically. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's got the track playing.
Yeah.
He's like this the whole time. Shades on, you can't see no expression. Like I'm
It
like,
could have
yo,
been a doppelganger. Could have been
I'm like,
his
yo,
double.
he's like reenacting the music video. Like,
Yeah. That and like I'd way rather like I get it. Sometimes like your voice just isn't good for the day or whatever, but I'd rather just hear that. Like if
Yeah.
your voice is rough for the day, it's live music. Like
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
be like, sorry, this might suck. Drank too much last
yeah,
night, smoked too many
right,
cigarettes, but
right.
that's country music, baby.
There we go.
Just go into it.
yeah,
Yep.
man.
Yeah. What's so you had when we last I was reviewing the last interview we did or listening back to it, I'd asked you at the time if you were happy with the trajectory of your career at that point, and you're like, hell yeah, I
Yeah.
am. And
Yeah.
obviously it's continuing to go that way. And I asked you about the concept of making it, where it's like, do you feel like
Right.
you made it? And you're like, well, define making it, because if by making it, it's like having a #1 hit song, like a lot of people don't get that, but they still made it. And
Yeah.
you had said the good point of like, well, like I made it in the sense that my job is I'm a professional musician. I've got everything I
Yeah.
want. Like, so I mean, now as you're getting bigger and bigger, have you changed your tone? You're like, I want that fucking #1 song.
No, I
I'll
haven't
take
changed. No,
you.
that still stands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
would take one though, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't be
Yeah.
lying if I said otherwise? Yeah.
No, I can appreciate that. I feel very similar in a way where it's like I don't mind taking the stairs, you know what I mean, to wherever the goal is. I feel like the escalator or the elevator is the hit single, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whereas like stairs is like just slowly servicing your fan base, you know what I mean? The people that
growing
are
it.
there,
Yeah,
giving them the joints and growing the fan base until
Yeah.
you're at where you want to be. So I definitely applaud that approach because so many people wake up every day and go to the studio like, I need the hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
when
man, I applaud that.
I mean, that wouldn't suck.
you would be happy. You'll take
But I
it.
know
Yeah,
what you're saying. I agree with you though.
Yeah,
the hit though is so like I've seen people chase a hit. Like I've been in those studios because I songwrite as well. The time I spent with Yo Gotti, there are
big,
other artists in a lot of these same studios, and they are literally in there every day, just like chasing the hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of them, it'll just never come. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Because that hit is probably not, something like a lot of hit songs are just like a songwriter sits down and writes something from the heart and like it connects
that's
with
it.
everybody,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. I still got to say, man, I was listening, going back, listening to, going through your music. Same old, still love that one.
That's a
Such a
really
banger.
good song.
Oh yeah.
That's a great song. There's one that it's called Laid Back that we never put out as a single or anything, and I regret it so much because it's such a great
Is
song.
it too late to put it back out, or is you can't put it out?
It's out. I
Oh, it's
mean,
just
it's out. It's
you didn't
just
submit it for consideration for.
yeah, it was just one of the tracks on the EP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is your new the a full project coming out?
Man, I don't have any plans for a full project anytime soon. I've got
Which
a
is
bunch of singles that'll come out this year.
Wave. That's kind of
It's
what
like
Wave's doing right now too.
I know it's so tough because I'm not Morgan Wallen. I can't go to the studio and cut 36 songs at $5,000 a piece.
Right.
You know, like.
No, I feel you, man. No, singles is the way to go. It's like my analogy is like, yo, we're as new artists, or not necessarily new, but like we're not Drake yet, and we're not nobody. We're like
Right.
somewhere in the middle. So like we're like restaurants, right? No one wants to go to a new restaurant if they're discovering you for the first time. They don't want to go to your restaurant and order like 8 things. You know what I mean? They might want to
Right.
order this and then this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
with the single thing, it's like, yo, here's an appetizer, here's another something, here's another something. And then if you love it, just come back and go attack the catalog. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, like singles, it still can compile into one body of work. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, if you get, you know, one of your songs does really well, that's gonna lead people to everything else too.
Exactly.
For sure. You got anything you want to play for us on the guitar today? You feeling it?
Anything you want to hear? I got another mic that sounds a little better for that.
I mean, Same Old. I love that song.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do, I don't know, Wave, you got any country music any country songs you'd like to hear?
I mean,
how many country songs can you name off the top of your head?
Me?
Yeah.
I know hold on, I don't want to sound stupid. I know Over and Over Again by Nelly.
Nelly and Tim McGraw.
Nelly
and that one.
That it's all in my head. I think about it.
Yeah, Chris, if you want to do, how do you feel about playing Same Old? You want to play something newer?
I'll play. I don't know. I'll play something else. I'll think of something here.
Play whatever you want to play for us. Oh yeah, sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kroeze.
Here's one I haven't recorded this one yet.
That sounded that sounded badass. Just letting you know.
All right, cool. We got a one stoplight, 2 lanes through town. When trouble comes along, word gets around.
Hell yeah.
You know everybody, and it don't take long. They all got an opinion, and nobody's wrong. In a small town, getting smaller, the shit's getting deeper, and the tails are getting taller. Trucks are getting louder, fish are getting longer. Don't you worry about me, watch your own damn bobber. In a small town, woo, getting smaller. It's weird without a band, you know?
This sounds badass, bro.
Killing it.
Woo.
There we go. There's a little snippet of it.
That was badass.
All right.
Nice. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
That was fucking groovy. That was groovy. You had me and Wave bobbing.
Purely out of curiosity, does that reverb come through?
Yeah. It sounded good.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, it sounded good, man. You know, I'm gonna give you another analogy. I don't know if you watch basketball, but what you just did is the equivalent of watching a player walk into a court, no stretch, no nothing, no warm up, and just do the craziest dunk.
Dunking it.
Yeah, you just do the craziest dunk ever. That's basically what you did.
Well, I appreciate
I'm like,
it.
hey, man, can you play a song? You're like, I guess. You just grab your guitar, fucking shred. You're like, there you go.
Yeah, man. No,
there we go. No, I got it. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was
that was amazing.
That was called. What was that called?
I haven't really. I don't know. I've never. Probably just Small Town.
You haven't put that out?
No, I've never recorded it.
Well, can you?
Yeah, I'm planning on it. Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. Well, you should. We like that one. Wait,
Yeah,
what do you think? You think you should put that one out?
Absolutely. It was like,
it was great.
If I'm just speaking from a fan and an artist brain, I think that it was like the lyrics were dope. Like the message, there's a message of it, and it just sounded good, bro. Like the notes you were hitting.
Yeah.
See, it had to build up. Like you snap, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got the Wave Chappelle cosign. Chris, you got
There
to
we
check
go.
out you got to check out some Wave Chappelle. I know you're not a big rap fan, but
Hey, I like all music.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you his magnum opus up to this point, the one he closes every set with.
Right
Victory.
on.
Wave, what do you think? That's like
Man.
the song you're most proud of, right?
I would say Victory and Built Different are probably like my two. Like Built Different is probably my new baby just because it hit, 1 million plus streams and it did really, really well. There's
Damn.
the message. Yeah. There's the message behind it. Yeah, man. Yeah. Those two are probably like the ones, Victory and Built Different.
Yeah, I love Small Town. That was a good song. I can't wait to get that out there. Was that the debut of that song ever in
probably
the world?
Online. Yeah, I've played it at shows, but I've never put it online anywhere. So
we got a show on Riverwest Radio exclusive. We need the fire horn, like the air horn. There
you go.
Yeah. Damn.
Here, so, we can do it. You can do your thing can be a rain stick from,
There we go.
There you go.
Hey.
When did you get a rain stick?
My wife used to work at the elementary school in town here, and they were gonna throw it away, and I said, I'll take it.
I'll take the rain
Never
stick.
used it. That's the first time.
Hell yeah, we had a lot of. What age did your kids realize what you do for a living and start thinking you're cool? You're cool.
Well, my son thinks I'm cool because he's only 7.
Yeah.
So, but Bella's 14, and so I mean, I can't tell if she thinks I'm cool or not. She probably doesn't.
Nah.
She probably doesn't.
Try though, right?
Cool. I try really hard.
I mean, that's good that you're trying to be a dad.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Yeah. I feel like, man, them kids see you on stage, man. They love that.
They better.
She likes it. She likes it when she can come to the festivals and like get front row for all these huge artists that she loves.
He wants like the VIP treatment. Yeah, my dad. My dad was the general manager of like a chain of radio stations up in Hodag or Rhinelanders. So like, when for like a couple years in a row, I was sitting in like the front of Hodag Music Festival. So I saw like Trace Adkins, Eric Church, like Jake Owen, Little Big Town, all these people like just a couple rows.
Super cool.
I took my girlfriend there, at my college girlfriend at the time, and Billy Currington was eye fucking her like during his set to the point that like we were like, is this real? So Billy Currington was trying to take my girl. He didn't, but Billy Currington, if you hear me, like, look who left with her, bro.
Yeah, back off, bro.
Back off. So what about you have a favorite yet, son or daughter? Like
I'm not gonna answer that.
Love them both equally. That's
absolutely.
That's crazy. Are either of them musically inclined? Because Wave's kid is already like Wave got him a coin mic, got him like little instrument things. Like Wave's kid is on his way to being a musician.
My son's got a drum set. He's got really good time.
Cool.
He can sing. Like when he sings with the radio. I mean, he's always dead nuts on pitch.
Nice.
And, he's got. Yeah, they're both like, I guess, inclined, like they could do it. I don't know. We'll see if either one of them really takes a true interest in it or not.
Yeah.
I feel like my son is just hyper creative. Like he just wants to, not just even music, but like he'll like draw, create. Like he loves drawing, and he doesn't go out of the lines. It's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
Then of course with music, he loves to dance and sing, all that type of stuff. So you know. It's always cool to just, see them be creative.
Yeah.
My son's a little addicted to Fortnite right now, so that's taking a lot of time.
You ever play with him?
I can't. He's so good.
I was just about to say
I can't play those shooting games like going up against people. I'm not good at them ever. I was
just about to say your son is probably so cold, Doug. When they're that age, like from between like 7 and like 14, they're so nice with it, dog. I played.
I don't know. I mean, he's even played with like some of my adult friends that play it all the time, and they're like, he is ridiculously good at it.
Yo, I was at my guy house and I played his like 10-year-old son, and his son was
got your ass kicked.
Talking about building the fort up and then blowing me up. I'm like, you know what? You got it.
Got it.
Man, well, think we're closing in on about an hour at this point. Did you have a good
Right
time
on.
today?
I did. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I knew you.
Yeah.
I knew you guys. I knew we would crush it, but I knew you guys. Like I said, I'm always interested in hearing the artist to artist,
Yeah.
especially you two, because I mean,
Like
you're
different worlds, but the same world at the same time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I always like coming across just musicians in general because I feel like we're like X-Men. You know what I mean? It's like we're coming from two totally different places, but we can all we connect because we have these powers in the way we think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
hit him with the mantra question.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the end of every show, we like to ask our guests to just leave us with a mantra. You know what I mean? A mantra that you live by. It could be deep. It could be super, super simple. But if you could leave us with a mantra of yours.
Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Anything.
Like my mantra.
Yeah.
I guess be real, because if you're not real, you're gonna end up having to be fake forever.
True.
Ooh.
Oh, you said you didn't have one. That might have been the deepest one, bro.
Ooh, that's a bar. That's
hiding. You were
that need the horn right there. That was a bar. Be real.
Well, I hope you're serious about collaborating
Wait,
with Wade.
wait,
I think
100%.
you guys could do it.
Be real, or else you have to be
Fake
you're
for
gonna
the rest
live
of your life.
fake for the rest of your life.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I might have to.
I might have to find a reason to post that. That's definitely got to be a clip.
Yeah.
Nah, man, Chris, we appreciate you, man. I think
Yeah.
it's super dope. Yeah, man, keep me updated because I definitely want to come catch a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
That'd be dope.
I know you're playing around Wisconsin, so I'll take that.
I'm sure we could get to one. He'll probably come. There's one we could go to together. But yeah, do you hear him? You hear him wave? He said he's down to collab. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's do that. No, for sure. Let's do that too. Because I'm all about. I noticed on your page you do a lot of the content, and I'm definitely getting into the content as well. So let's figure it out.
I'm just waiting for one of those things to pop, man. I don't know what it is, but
all it takes is one. Maybe it could be this one.
Yeah, you never know. Could be this one.
Yeah. Nah, it'll happen, bro. Keep at it, bro. The content is crazy.
In a whole nother zone. Yeah. Look, ayy, I'm in a whole nother energy zone. I drop heat, but they sleep on it like memory foam. I touch down and celebrate like I ain't been here before. Take it to the top and make sure that my niggas can go. Spit facts, y'all know. Every time I drop quotes, swear they tried to keep us out the game, but the lock broke. Dive for your shorty like I'm jumping off the top rope. And the flow make them go, whoa, I'm Pop Smoke. I shake the room every time I'm making moves. Making tunes, chasing cash, you was chasing views. Grew up on that north side where they take you full. Every time I come up with a flow, bet I make the news. All these niggas claiming that they goats, must be April Fools. And your shorty put up to the show like she ain't with you. Shit, she just wanna be around me more. She just want the Dior, some brand new Dior. Ricky Bobby, you ain't first, you in last place. It don't make no sense if you on back chase. Need it now, everything fast paced. Sweet victory, it never leave a bad taste. Yeah. Call it sweet victory, it never leave a bad taste. Feel like sweet victory, it never leave a bad taste. I'm talking sweet like lemonade and champagne. Start the wave and I let them join the campaign. How I do it, I did it my way. I did it independent, so I did it like Jay. Yeah, that mean I got the whole nation rocking. From a dream to a stream to a bank deposit. I turned a fling to a queen if you think about it. I put the cash on the table, she just came to count it. Yeah, I gotta bounce to find benefit and walking with the faith. I've been believing when niggas did it. You know the game, niggas switch up on you any minute. Then hit you up like it's been a minute. I seen that movie 100 times like paid in full. They gon' write the script in they favor to watch you play the fool. I ain't tripping, I'm just chilling with a plate of food. Talking shake and bake, I'ma make it zoom. Ricky Bobby, you ain't first, you in last place. It don't make no sense if you on back chase. Need it now, everything fast paced. Sweet victory, it never leave a bad taste. Yeah. Call it sweet victory, it never leave a bad taste. Feel like sweet victory, it never leave a bad taste.